do a quick say hello, and then intro. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. It's a road trip. I got my man Sam with me. I got an intro that I know I like, and I know Mr. Tom will like it. So we'll wait for him to show up, and then we'll play it again. But first, let's go. This is DWTT coming to you from the Emirates. Hello, everyone. Once again, hi Sam. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good. How you doing?
Good. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Say a quick hello to everyone, and then so Ozzy Guna showed up. Welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. Mac or Nano. Mechanical. There you go. I said it. Yeah, I didn't. I saw. You know what? I saw the video, but I didn't. No. I didn't. No. Let's say that. Yep, we're here. We're ready to go. So
Let's go.
So yes, it's the day where we eat our carbs, right? It's a carbs day, full carbs, 100% day. Rice is officially wearing the red shirt of Arsenal. Very nice, very nice. It's been a big 3 days for Arsenal. Timber is part of the squad now. He had some really good intro, a lot of videos for him, a lot of announcement videos for him. Really good. Same thing again today. Rice is in the house. I thought it was weird. Like I went to watch the video for Arsenal, and I was like, okay, is he gonna walk in? And all they did is just pan over, and I'm like, oh, there he is. He's sitting there. I did like. I don't know if this is a subliminal or not, but Cedric sitting on the floor made me wonder. Everybody else got a seat, except for some of the youngsters.
Cedric's that guy that he's just there.
He was on the floor, so I was like, maybe.
He's that guy that's been hanging around since kindergarten. He's the guy in your sort of the gang of friends you don't really bother about anymore. He's already there. He's just hanging around, and you don't really care about him when you set up birthdays and Christmas parties. Yeah, you don't call him.
So I'll say hello to a couple of people, and I'll let you have your little intro. Stefan, thanks for that. I'm enjoying that music this year. So everybody, Big Gun is in the house. We got the coal miner from Virginia is here. Welcome. Yes, he gets halfway. He got announced halfway through your stream. Hey, perfect. You know when to do it. I thought the same thing. We ready? You ready to go? Yep. All right. So before I let Sam have his little intro, we've got our third partner in crime.
Oh, there he is. Look, late as usual.
Yes, it looks. Did he shave more, like hair off his head, or is it just Is it just me not remember what he looked like the last time I saw him?
All white people look the same, Gary. It's no problem.
Okay, all right. Sorry. Yeah, there you go. You know what? Oh, yeah, it was Sam. Sorry, wrong guy. So Sam, talk to me. How are you feeling?
Well, it's I just want to say, Gary, your show's just the best. It's just the best of the best. Tom, you're the best. Ivanka tells me every day you're just the best.
I should mute this guy.
Hi, Sam. I'm Michael Jackson.
Oh, no, they're both here.
Just the best. Jared told me you're the best, Gary. But I've been following this team for a while called Arsenal. And they're just the best there is. What's his name? Dr. Fauci told me that. And I just got to follow the transcontinental pipeline that tells me that the best team is, and that's Arsenal. And well, what can I say? What can I say? They've signed. Apparently, I've been told today by the Joint Chiefs of Staff and the General of the Air Force that we signed the best player in the Premier League, best midfielder, and he's just the best. And I think we need to celebrate. We need to celebrate with another guy who's the best, who wrote a little song in the very late 80s or beginning of the 90s. I'm not sure, but we need to celebrate with him. And I'm going to bring him on now. Thank you very much.
Yo, VIP. Let's kick it.
Rice, baby. Rice, baby.
All right, stop. Collaborate and listen.
Oh my god. Hope they don't pull my video. I don't know. Do they pull it for music? I don't even know.
I don't know. Rice, baby. 105 million people.
Maybe.
Woo! Let's go.
Cool. And last, like I said, and not least, Mr. Tom, how are you doing?
What can I say after that?
You know what, Mr. Tom? Before you start, I do have something for you because you missed it. Now that I have you here, you can watch it again.
This is DWTT coming to you from the Emirates.
I had to do it because I spent a little time doing it. I figured this might be only 2 times I play it on a show. So you should have seen Mr. Tom in the back room. He was so happy. Not. All right, Mr. Tom, talk to the people.
Greetings, my earthly underlings. No. Hello, everyone. Just want to thank everyone for turning up today. You're about to listen to the most in-depth, serious football discussion you've ever heard in your life.
Yes.
That's it? That's all you got?
I could make up more, but why? We're probably here for an hour and a half, 2 hours anyway. You know what it's like. We're just cat by ear, don't we? Fabulous,
Yes.
darling. Yeah.
And they're going after Sam now. Sam with the best midfielder, or whoever that was talking for him. And Stefan is saying he doesn't like our musical choice, at least Sam's musical choice.
Stefan changed his name to Stefan Crankio Writings.
Taib is joining the show. Welcome, Taib.
Doesn't like the musical stylings of one Rob Van Winkle, apparently.
There you go. Come on, everybody loves Rob. Everybody loves Rob Van Winkle, for sure. All right, so
he paid Queen a lot of money for that.
Ah, is that right?
Yeah.
He made a lot of money off of that, so there you go.
He did.
So Rice is in the house. Timber came in a little bit earlier. Everybody's thinking Arsenal will not announce on a Saturday, on a weekend. That's what we've been hearing all along, right? They don't do any work on the weekends. Guess what? they've changed their ways once again. They do work whenever it's required. I know Rice has to be on the plane tomorrow, and that's why they did it this time. But I think if they want to, they can. The marketing people probably told him, "You better do that. He needs to be on the plane." So there you go.
I'm pretty sure they can do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So no, it was good to see him, come in, sign the thing, actually be in there with his teammates and all of that. I think he was sitting next to. I think he was sitting next to Sambi, and he's behind Nkedia. I don't know if that's if that's is that the most video play they're gonna get going forward? Just because I think we're going a different direction. But yeah, I'm happy. We're all happy, right, Mr. Tom?
I'm happy.
It's finally. I'm happy it's finally done with, so we can stop fucking talking about it. It's done. All right. He's through the door. It's announced. We've been talking about this signing for about 3 weeks. Pardon my language. Sorry, 3 weeks. All right. And you knew it was happening. Everyone knew it was happening. Hang on. Hey, everyone. I missed the start. About to scroll back up for banter. Yeah. Why not? Why not? Hello, Ray. Yeah. So, no, in all fairness, right, I'm going to put this out. I'm going to get in there before Sam Greenwood, the man who gets in before everybody. That's what she said. So, Arsenal fans complaining. Arsenal fan common complaint was, why aren't you buying players? Why aren't you spending money? Yeah, not all of you, and not specifically Gary, before he says I'm trying to dig him out on something, which I've not specifically named him for. I know you both well enough now to know what was going to get said when I said certain things. Okay, so you bought the player. Is it British transfer record, right? Is that right, Sam?
Yes.
British transfer record, I believe so. Right, well done. You spent the money. You spent the money. Let's let it play out.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna keep complaining. You know that, so that's how it works.
Well, yeah,
in
you'll
this
move
business.
on to the new thing.
And it's an Arsenal transfer record as well. Not just British player, but Arsenal. So it's a pretty historic moment.
Yeah, no more talk of Pepe. All right.
Yeah.
Can't bring that name up
Arsenal not in
anymore.
I
Britain.
just want to forget about him.
He said there's more to it. There's levels. It's not just in one part. It's levels.
No. If it's a British transfer record, of course it's an Arsenal transfer record. It goes without saying.
You got to bring Arsenal into it anytime you talk. You got to say Arsenal. Okay, you know how it works. Arsenal sells. You could be talking about Leeds as long as you say an Arsenal also played football today. Guess what? You're gonna get clicks.
You know what?
And likes.
I have things to say about Leeds. I'd like to congratulate Rodrigo on his retirement from football.
Oh, where's he going? Is he going to Saudi as well?
He's for Qatar. No, wasn't good enough for Saudi. Saudis didn't want to spend for him, but wanted to go to Qatar. No, in all fairness, he was one of the few bright lights last season for us. You can say last season now, can't you? We're sort of in the middle.
Yeah.
Anyway, right. But to be fair, for a player we paid nearly £30 million for as a promoted club, nowhere near enough goals. And people are going to sit there and go, oh, now you've just been big, he's gone. I went, no, factually, bought the player up front, didn't score enough goals, scored 15 last year. Yeah, amazing, well done. But then why haven't you got 45 on your rap sheet in your 3 years at Leeds? So I bet he hasn't. But no, seriously, I've got no real grievance with him. But the facts are, we bought him for nearly 30 and we've sold him for free.
Cool. And that's our lead segment, folks. So we move on back to the big boy club, right? Move on to the big boy club. Right, it's time to move on to the big boys. We'll say hello to a couple people.
You'll win games and still complain that you won them.
There you go.
Complain that you won 4-0 instead of 5-0.
You're very true about that. Ray, welcome to the show. Got Colonel Waters joined us. Let's see who he goes after today.
Hello, Colonel.
How did BX pay to be a mod? Oh, I'm still waiting for the money to come in. The check bounced, and he said, "No, I got you." So, Colonel, if you got a check that doesn't bounce, you're in.
BX trying to pay you in vegetables.
Sounds like he wants to be a mod too. You can be a mod. Arteta's a novice. Will be They're rallying quite all summer for clicks and likes.
My channel has no mod.
Yeah, yeah.
Throw that in there.
So
Because we only have to protect the channel from Sam. Sam's the only real danger to my channel in the
I
in
know.
the chat.
Oh, your channel. I'm saying he's a danger to most channels.
I'm just a danger.
Exactly.
He's a host. He's a co-host on this channel, or a host, whatever you want to call it. That can't be good.
Watch out behind you. The danger is lurking.
It's movie voice. It's movie trailer voice.
And Warner Brothers brings you.
There was a man.
Fat Sam, the slob, who will haunt your dreams.
Mission Impossible 7.
Oh, you want? Oh, you know what? This is what we're missing. We need to complain, right? West Ham got their announcement out first and never mentioned Arsenal. I mean,
because they couldn't, because it wasn't officially done.
No, but we have to complain about it, right? Or else we're not Arsenal fans. Don't you know how this works?
Gary would be upset if West Ham's announcement had the West Ham badge and not the Arsenal badge.
And I was like, "What are you doing?"
Gary, you're a professional. You're a professional nag. That's what you are. You should have grey hair and be 90 years old, but you're not.
I didn't think too much of what. What's that?
Sorry, Rasmus Christensen, the world's worst Viking. That's how when we signed him, we promoted him as like, oh, we've got our own Viking. It was like, yeah, he got pushed off the ball within 10 minutes of his first game by a midget. But anyway, yeah, so world's worst Viking. He's now on loan at Roma, and he put out there's a tweet where he's allegedly said, I don't know if he said it, I'm going to pretend he did though, just because it suits me. He's allegedly said that he was so eager to go to Roma that he paid for the flight and travel himself, which makes me think he's a bit of a mug, because I would have gladly paid it for him to get rid of him. So, who's the real loser?
Yeah, I don't know. I for future business, I would never say that.
Nothing beats Odin Wingy though.
I paid for my own ticket to get away from. He's a permanent move, right?
I think it's loan.
So he went on loan. He went on loan. He paid for his own flight.
Yeah. Yeah, most of our players have the loan clause where they can go out to any. All the club has to do is make a loan offer and they're gone.
Yeah.
That's how great our big director of football was when negotiating these contracts.
True.
Yeah. So sorry, back to Arsenal. Sad to get that out because I had that prat on my brain.
Our West Ham should have said thank you for taking our the bottom of the barrel players and stuff. Rice, Got Ravenite has joined us. Welcome to the show. We're just talking about Arsenal's new acquisition. Declan Rice, if you didn't know, used to play for West Ham, European champion.
Never heard of him.
British international, English international.
He played for England.
Future captain. I think he's played for them a couple of times. They say he's got captain material written all over him.
He was the guy who was having his hand held by Calvin Phillips during the Euros, weren't it? When they were side by side in the double pivot. Yeah.
No, he was the one that made Calvin Phillips look a bit like.
Phillips was better. Phillips was far better in that Euros than Rice.
We've said like Rice for 1 minute. Come on, Ravenite. What else are we supposed to talk about?
Phillips was just running around like a B-Tech Henderson.
I said this. You did this deal 3 weeks ago, and you all knew it. Why are we talking like it's new?
The deal wasn't done until the man put on the shirt. You know it, because if Arsenal goes out there and says this and says that, you go, well, he hasn't signed. You haven't seen him in the shirt yet, so it doesn't really matter. So stop it, people.
Actually, your comment
just let us have our day, all right?
Accurate. This is the only time I'm ever to say Gary made an accurate comment, okay? When he wrote something to the effect of Rice has not truly signed for Arsenal until I complain about his first misplaced pass.
Yes. It's not official. Iconoclast has joined us. Welcome to the show.
Ang is here as well. Ang.
Where did I? Oh, sorry, I missed you right there.
Ange,
welcome to the show. For those who haven't seen Ange on Ryan's Mr. Arsenal podcast. I think it's a Thursday show they do where they talk
Yeah,
about
it's
the
a
women's
good
game and the
show.
academy
Yeah,
game. Check it
yeah.
out.
Day
Check
after
it
Wednesday.
out.
Ryan showed up on the show and took over. I don't get it. It's not even his show. Step. Next time, kick him off his own show. There you go.
Tom.
Go. Sorry.
Tom.
Did he froze on us? You had this like dumb smile and then you froze. Like,
I'm asking Tom a question, Gary. Don't you understand the international customs of communication?
oh, sorry. Go on.
When I say
Sam,
Tom, I'm
would you
asking Tom a
proceed?
question.
Sam, would you like to proceed with your question, please?
Yes, thank you. Do you go to the McLaren wind tunnel and do aerodynamic testing on that round head of yours?
Yes, that's exactly what I do.
Because your head is so beautifully round.
You got to do something. Nah, you got to do something on Tuesday.
It's
I'll get fired out
an
of 10
aerodynamic,
sometimes.
wonder.
So next time you're in your McLaren, is McLaren a is it a car? I don't even know.
Yeah, McLaren they make race cars.
Oh, is it race car? So when you see
And they make
McLaren
road
race
cars
car
as
go
well.
across the finish line, just think of Mr. Tom.
They make pretty good race
Yeah.
cars and
Yeah.
road cars.
Yeah, yeah. We can now move to the rest of the summer preseason and take our next step in business. Yeah, some outgoings. Yeah, pretty much. I think we're going to pay some people's contracts off, right?
Well, look at Spencer being all cocky in the chat. Look at him.
Yeah.
Nah, my favourite one here is BX going the scouting mission. When we get there, it'd be fantastic.
McQuantico,
Can I
welcome.
read it out?
3 decent signings. Oh, 3 decent signings. I got it. So now that everybody's good. See, now that we got all these signings, everybody's now going to be little everything we've done, and then you're going to wonder why some side of Arsenal will just go crazy. You know, it evens out. It evens out. Nobody's talking. Am I talking too much?
No, we're reading the comments.
You
look
guys
at this
say
guy, look at
England,
this
Norway. Sam, you know the rule.
Spencer
Go back one,
Bronco.
please.
He's been down in that mine too
One,
long. It's got
please.
to his head, isn't it?
Oh, forget it.
A McLaren. All right, I know I mumble my words. Leave me. We're all co-presenters. Yeah, true. The chat room.
You're not going to acknowledge BX going a scouting mission.
Big up
Oh,
John from Gibraltar,
it
the
is,
Revenant
yeah.
FC.
Yeah.
Any,
Like
You
John
went
from
to bed
Gibraltar.
last night watching Gremio's that there was a recent matches to see that televised.
you're breaking up a little bit there, Mr. Tom. Your
Yeah,
audio's
of course
breaking
that's
up a
Seems
little.
unpolished, a bit like not
Fucking
like your
bit
head,
fucking-
Tom.
bit like my internet. Yeah, a bit like my internet. Yeah. You see that coming. So I can look at disgust on Sam's face. State your internet.
Your fucking internet.
Hey, Reverend, I think this is what gets
You
you.
got John.
This is
John
what gets you
Reverend.
plugged from this channel. I think I forgot who said it. Somebody in the early part of the show said, who was it? Who was
But
it?
you know what's funny with all these other supporters
Chronicle.
and that,
Yeah.
like John and all these other lads, they watch AFTV more than they watch their own bloody channels.
I don't know if I've watched an TV show in a very
You know
like
what I'm saying? They watch more
like
than
in a
we do.
show,
I haven't even
yeah.
seen that video. John's already seen it 10 times.
you know what? They love
I've
us.
seen them more.
They love Arsenal. You know what? Mr. Tom says he doesn't like any team but Leeds. I know he's got Arsenal sheets on his bed. I know it. The man loves Arsenal. He just plays a hater on TV. That's all. It's all right.
Bringing out all the excuses now.
It's all right. It's all right.
Hang on,
We
what do
know.
you mean hater? I've never done anything to indicate that I hate Arsenal.
You say you hate every team.
Yeah, I do. Arsenal are like one of the few neutral teams I have, as in like
Oh.
the enemy of my enemy.
Keep your enemies
Because
close.
I have a lot of enemies in football. I'll tell you this.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. No, is it Ravenite? Mr. Tom has his McDonald's Wi-Fi. You should ask him for the high dike connection at the McDonald's that you're using.
That's why you've gone all Yul Brynner, innit, Tom?
It speeds up the Wi-Fi. Is that why? Oh,
Don't you know who
my.
Yul Brynner
Is
is?
that a Westworld? Is that a Westworld reference, Gary?
Yeah, Yul Brynner. Tom, look, he looks like Yul Brynner because he's he's got to be ready for all the enemies.
Everybody's going after
Wow.
your Wi-Fi now. Next to his crisp, he buys 30 minutes of Wi-Fi.
You know what Tom's Wi-Fi is? Is he one of these? Is he one of these big? Is he one of these big buildings? One of these big blocks somewhere with about 60 flats, and he tries to get on the free Wi-Fi from the flat like 10 blocks away, and he gets just one little bar, but it's free, so I just got to hang on to it. It's free when it works.
No, I'll tell you what it is. Out in the garden, I've got MoMaster in the shed, and he's on one of them bikes that generates electricity, powering the Wi-Fi. That's why it gets a bit sketchy.
It's good.
Yeah,
Put him to
sounds
work.
about right.
Put him
See,
to
look,
work.
I think we're grounded Arsenal fans. See, Mr. Tom. So when you bring up those other Arsenal fans, you're not talking to your co-hosts.
I like to think, despite what you think, that when I'm talking about you, I name you. Whereas when I just talk about Arsenal fans in general, I'm talking Arsenal fans in general and not Gary, but hiding behind saying Arsenal fans in general. I would
We
just
know
say
what you're trying to
Gary's
do.
being a bit of a knob in this situation. Is what I would say.
I never.
Yeah.
Never.
Hey, so this is it. So now, if we don't get Casado, Edu.
Why would we get Caicedo? Why?
Hey,
He's made
question:
that up.
if
That can't be true. He's made
if
that up.
Partey is sold, is Casado a really good replacement? That's the
Oh,
only
I don't care.
Sam, what do you think? If Mr. Partey is leaving us, is Casado the best answer?
Who's going to say Mr. Tom?
I was gonna say Mr. Tom. I keep wanting to call him Mr. Tom. You keep telling me that you guys look alike, and I keep, there you go.
Me and Party definitely look alike.
Yeah.
For me, I wouldn't be spending that amount of money on what would be like a rotational midfielder. I'll be spending. Yeah, you'd have to replace Partey if he goes, but I wouldn't go out and spend 80, 90 million on Caicedo.
Is Lavia a legitimate replacement?
Maybe Lavia, maybe 40, 50 million on him. That's a better option. Maybe, yeah, maybe. But spending 80, 90 million again on Caicedo, who would expect to start, play a lot of games, and you've already got Rice. Sorry, I just wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Caicedo wouldn't start BX. Come on.
Yeah, Tom's tactical track only comes out, I think, during the season. He tries to bring it out, but it just doesn't work unless there's actual game material that he's going to talk about. I'm just making that up. There's no rules.
Whenever I see that Onana, I've just got to tell you guys something. So Onana, if you just take that last A in his name there, and you change it with an I, so it becomes Onani, that is actually the Norwegian sort of like highbrow term for masturbation. So
I don't know. Does that mean you want him or not?
No, I'm just saying. Whenever I see that name, it just the masturbation just looks me in the face.
What doesn't give you the same response?
Any other name that doesn't look like that.
You probably turn your head next time you do it, and it might not get anyway. So it's Saturday, isn't it? So let's have a look at the latest scores.
Oh, are there actually scores out there?
How's my beloved Shanghai doing? I haven't seen him for a while.
Have you noticed that whenever you describe, not you specifically, but when people describe, like, when you talk about a politician and their football team, no one ever uses a word other than beloved. It'd be like, Richie Sunak and his beloved Southampton. Why is there no other synonym for that? Just something to think about.
Beloved. And his Well, try and think of one. There isn't really one, is there?
There isn't. No, it's literally the only one.
And his favourite or his fond? No, you can't really say. You can't really put it in there, can you? Because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. But
Exactly.
before we continue on, everybody, I know you guys want to know in the Chile Premier Division, Colo Colo will be playing at home in an hour versus O'Higgins.
Oh, that's it. I can't stand that pressure.
Colo Colo versus O'Higgins.
Colo, 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 Colo,
So,
Colo.
just so you know. So
Colo,
that's
Colo,
my
Toure.
that's my
Do you know what song you're doing that tune to?
oh.
Do you know what the song is? Yeah. Do you know the song, Gary?
I don't know.
It's No Limit.
Yeah, from 2 Unlimited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it's
Oh,
1993.
I got the J1 League scores, Japan League.
Look
Sapporo?
at Spencer actually going online and checking it out. Look, you got to give this guy credit where it's due.
Why did he spend time? You told him. Does he not believe you?
He actually went and checked, and look at him.
Because you know he doesn't believe you. He doesn't trust your Norwegian
He's Spencer.
knowledge.
He's sharp for a coal miner from Virginia.
Coal miner.
I'll tell you what.
Did
Yeah.
you know Shanghai Port of
He didn't get
now
past level 8 at
opened
school, but he knows how to do Google.
Shanghai Point have opened Shanghai Port FC have opened a 6-point lead at the top of
Yes,
Chinese
of course
Super
they
League.
have.
Yeah.
It's the mafia.
That's
Yeah.
impressive. That's impressive. But I know you're all sitting there waiting with bated breath to discover who my favourite team in Angola is.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
is
Tell
it
the
the
suspense.
is it the Mushback Terror Gang?
Wow.
No, not much
That
response
is-
on that one then. Guess not then.
No, but you know what? I got a score. I got a score in the South Korean K League 1.
Oh, tell me, Gary. I'm so excited. I need to wet
The
myself.
Blue Wings of Suwon won 3-1 over the Ulsan Hyundai squad. Blew them away.
Can't
Blew
believe
them
I nearly
away.
wet myself.
Blue Wings versus Hyundai. There you go.
Blue Wings. Wow.
Yep.
Blue
Yep.
Wings.
They scored. Yeah, it was
What a
3-0 going into the 91st minute, and then the Blue Wings.
They're the
The Hyundai
lifelong
team
enemies
scores
of
late.
that hockey team in Detroit.
Yeah.
They make the Red Wings look
Also,
bad.
you know, I have a Japan score which you're gonna like.
Yes,
Okay.
we like Japan.
Yokohama FM lost at home 0-1 to Kawasaki.
Bloody
That's genuinely shocking.
Kawasaki. Bloody
genuinely
Kawasaki.
shocking.
You can never trust that lot with their bloody motorbikes.
How is Hiroshima doing?
I don't
I've heard it's
know.
a very flat ground.
Any super mutants yet?
Oh no, people. We went there. I don't know.
Fukushima, is that where they had the meltdown?
Is it too soon?
Yes. It was always too soon.
They've got this striker with 3 heads.
I'll wait for 2045 when the 100-year rule kicks in.
The Hyundai's
Teenage
gonna run away
Mutant
from
Ninja
with that. Yeah,
Turtles.
definitely.
Teenage Mutant
far.
Ninja Turtles.
And
Did Kia play
and
Suzuki
on that
today?
note,
You know what? What's that? Go ahead.
on that note, Oppenheimer's coming out soon. Watch it in
Yeah, it's
IMAX.
coming out.
Mm.
Coming out very soon.
Well-
But I'm actually, that's going to be a great film because it's Christopher Nolan. But I'm actually looking really forward to, I think it's November, when Napoleon comes out. The Ridley Scott epic with Joaquin Phoenix Napoleon.
Yeah, I heard
That
the
looks
best way
epic.
to watch Oppenheimer is to make sure you preceded or afterwards watch the Barbie movie. It's kind of like
God.
supposed to be a package deal. So
I'm gonna watch the
Bargav has
Barbie
joined us.
movie.
Welcome to the show. What
Big
is
up,
that?
Bargav.
I'm gonna watch the Barbie movie.
Yes.
Yeah, I think everybody has.
Of
It's
course
just
you are,
supposed to.
Tom,
You
because
gotta
you have
have
a
to
sly
watch
wank, aren't you, back in the back of the cinema?
It won't
Okay.
be sly.
I am glad I don't
In
live near
fact,
you guys.
it'll be pretty bloody obvious.
You go for the empty popcorn.
And
Go for the empty popcorn bag again, are you?
My favourite part is when you then stare at the usher while doing it, just to see who gets more comfortable.
All right. Well, first I thought it was the music. First I thought it was the music that's gonna get us kicked off, but nah, we just doubled down and went there. For those in the back row,
when this video gets muted.
For those in the back row of Barbie and where is it, West London or wherever you're from, watch out.
East London.
You know,
Rich.
duck.
Oh,
East
God.
London, duck. Wear a raincoat.
You're going to the theatre, and you'll see there's about 25 rows, and there's no one sitting row 1 to 23. You got these random guys sitting row 24, 25, and they've all got empty popcorn bags.
Yep, having a bit of an iPod shuffle, but they don't own an iPhone. An iPod.
And you got ushers looking at them.
I got that wrong. Yeah, but yes. So the Angolan Premier League is actually called the Girabola League. All right, and the team are supporting that league. And again, as I say, with all my national teams.
All right, so you know what? There you go.
Been on the premises.
Pee-wee. We can call you Pee-wee. Yeah, Pee-wee Herman.
There
you go. That's your new name. I was calling you Pee-wee.
Tom's in the middle of telling you something. Come on, what you can say, Tom?
Sorry. I did interrupt.
My lifelong team in Angola, which none of you knew, obviously, because you're not as cultured as I am, clearly, is Primeiro de Augusto. I believe they finished second last season, but we're going to make a run for the title. And I believe the season starts in September, so around that time, and we're really going to get it. And Bargav, with some. Did you know Russell Westbrook is now also a part owner of Leeds United?
You know what? Who isn't part of Leeds United ownership squad? I think I saw at least 5 or 6 athletes all own a little bit of Leeds. You guys are like pimping yourself out. Everybody owns you. Everybody's got a piece of the puzzle. Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to buy 0.5% of Leeds United, give us $100,000.
There you go.
And if you want to get 2% of Leeds United, get rid of Patrick Bamford for me.
Yeah. Ooh, that sounds like a lot. I don't even want to give you £1 for him. No. Yeah, that's right. Women's Cup, World Cup starting soon. The U.S. Can they do it again? I think it's going to be really, really tough. But I do think the surprise will be Sophia Smith and Trinity Rodman. They could surprise for those who know. If you know, you know who they are. It could be
to the Jamaican ladies team.
I'm talking about the U.S. team.
I don't care about the U.S. team.
Going for 3 in a row.
Australia
I don't know.
Will do well
because they're
home.
Not just because they're home, but they also have Sam Kerr, who is obviously one of the premier ladies footballers in the world.
We don't like her because she plays for that team in blue.
Yeah, I know. She's very good, and with home advantage, she's probably going to get a few.
That's probably true as well.
Mars still playing for Brazil.
I didn't think she was playing anymore. I thought she retired, but maybe not. She came out.
No, it must be about 90.
Yeah.
Probably about 50.
And Ryan has joined the show. For those who missed out, he had James Rowe on earlier today. Check it out if you on replay after this show for sure. Pimping that. There they are. They're out there pimping that. Oh, here we go.
Ryan's actually very. That's bollocks. It's not even that. But Ryan is. He's not even going to get a rise out of me. My voice went higher than I even intended to. Anyway, he's actually a very good host on that show because James Rowe talks for about 99% of the time, and Ryan just sits and goes, "Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Best host ever." Best host ever. That's not even sarcasm. I mean, just even in the context of being a gracious host. He's a gracious host.
Yeah.
There's loads of friendly games played today.
Oh, yeah, who?
Just some highlights here. Blackburn 1 away at TSV Hartberg. A
That's a
big,
big
big
win.
victory. We have Ipswich Town. What's his name? Stefanio was his name.
He did talk about that earlier in the show. I think we might have.
Stefanio.
1 away at Spartak
That's not his
Trnava,
name.
or whatever the hell they're called.
Yeah,
That's when you conflate two names together.
true.
Stefanio.
And we've got, let's see, any other, Woking against Wimbledon, 0-0.
Now, how did Ipswich do? I need to scout my fellow championship sides, obviously.
Newcastle narrowly beat Gateshead, their local rivals, 3-2. Walsall, Aston Villa, 1-1. Yes.
Yeah.
Ipswich
Bargav, I hear what you're
Via
saying.
are
I think
active.
the concern is the U.S. women's team is going through a little rebuild. And
I
they
think
got-
England would give him
and
England would give USA a decent
Yeah,
game.
well,
wouldn't they?
England's in the same boat as the U.S. I mean, they've got a lot of their big players out, injured, right? I mean,
Oh, do they?
when you're
Okay.
missing Beth Mead and you're missing Leia, you're missing two of your top players from the Euros. So they're in a similar boat to the U.S. is going through a revamp, but they're really young, really young.
Right.
And Mallory Swanson, who was a teenager, I think two World Cups ago, is out injured, and she was looking really good going in. And I think, is it Ireland or is it Wales or one of those teams put a tough challenge in, and pretty much she's out for the World Cup. So there you go.
Tragedy.
More hate. Yeah, you're right about that. They get the hate because of the politics. Women want more money. Women want equal rights, all that stuff that they should get. So there you go.
I agree to an extent.
Yeah.
I don't think they should get the same amount of money as the men, purely, and not in a like they're not good enough. Well, no, I'm literally about to say that. But I mean in the context of you don't draw to the level that men's football does. So if you did, then you should get exactly the same, but you don't, so you shouldn't. I'm not saying you shouldn't get more. That's not my point. Like, they should get more than they get. But saying that they should get exactly the same is also not what's the accurate word to use? Not on the level. I don't know.
I hear you, but if they can, they should try to go for that, because you know what, you got to try to go for the best you can, and if equal is the best you can, and they give you 75% of that, you're gonna take it. I think they're not even getting enough.
I
like
agree.
For the results that they're producing, I think they should expect a lot more than what they're getting. That's part of it as well. You win two World Cups in a row, you think they would help you out, a little bit better, but they don't. So, I mean, I think I saw something on Twitter from Viv Miedema talking about how FIFA doesn't really care about the women's game, and that's why a lot of them are injured. I don't know. I didn't read into it, but that's just the gist of what I saw. So, yeah.
I agree with what Tom said, mate.
Yeah.
Very valid points, to be fair.
I personally think they just want more. I don't know if they want exactly the same, but I think if you put your goals at, well, we just want 50% of what the men will give you, they'll probably give you, a third of that kind of thing. And that's what I believe.
They're trying to get it.
Yeah.
I respect they're trying to get it, but I don't think they should get exactly what they're going for. But again, like Gary said, it'd be a very poor negotiating tactic to not start that high.
Yeah, because the money's there. I have no doubt the money's there if they wanted to pay them.
It is.
So,
yes.
So that's the thing. So yeah.
I do believe the England women's team do get paid equal to the men in terms of like appearance fee. I could be wrong. I think there are people like Ryan, for example, would know more about it than me.
I thought there was. I don't know which women's team it was, but there was a women's team like they're in the. I mean, Twitter is where I get all my news, and something about bonuses or something like that. I don't know what that was all about, but I thought it was.
I think the contention is the bonuses.
Yeah, because I think they won the Euros, and I think they won. That, like, when's the last time the men's won something? So for England, anyways. So Yeah, England.
I mean, England probably would win though if they would win more if they were one of the only professional teams in the tournament.
That was a little dig. I get it. I get it. Yeah. Yeah,
No,
the
no,
men's team.
it's fact. So
Yeah.
like a lot of these teams that are in this tournament are not professional. Like they are doing they're having to get time off work to play in this World Cup. So yeah, of course England are going to be better and perform better, and people will sit again.
But if you're a good enough footballer, you will get paid professionally as well, regardless of what country you come from. So yeah, that so looking at it player by player, yeah.
That's fair.
I do like the women's team for England. They're actually playing their best players in the best positions for them. I believe the men's team. I'm not sure about that. I mean, some of the best players.
Southgate, haven't you?
Yeah, some of your best players don't even get a shirt.
Manager.
So, yeah. About time some countries broke away from crooked FIFA, says Stefan.
Yeah, FIFA's a joke.
Yeah.
It's about time people broke away and created a different organization.
Well, EA Sports broke away.
Yeah. You know what? This is the same, Bargav. This is the same for Arsenal fans, right? There's a lot of Arsenal fans that would prefer to see Arsenal fail so they can start all over again, get with a new manager, a new owner, and all that stuff. So it's all over. Same thing, different.
To be clear, I'm going to say this so it's said. Despite everything I've said, I do not want England to not win that World Cup. I want England to knock that United States team right off their fucking perch. To make that clear, I want to win. I just think some people go above their station as such when like, they should get $100,000 a week. It's like based on what? Based on what? When you got like
I do like McCabe. Like McCabe is a player. I definitely would back her team if it wasn't going against my team. She's she definitely is that leader that you want. She does the little things and the big things for you. So she should have a good time in Australia. Arsenal women going to have a lot of fun in this World Cup.
People have a good time in Australia when like 98% of the things there can kill you.
You think that's going to happen at the what? You might be true, but what?
Hey, there's creatures I don't even know the names of that can kill you.
Very true. Very true. Very true.
Oh, but they have an opera house.
Yeah. Oh, did you see your favorite team, Mr. Tom? That team in red from Manchester got fined $200K for whatever FFP. So.
Do you know what I can't stand about this like FFP fine? All you've done like is it UEFA that fined them?
I think it's UEFA. Yep.
UEFA fined them. Well done. UEFA have just got some money for their Christmas party because where's it going to go? Where's that fine money going to go? And is the best way to punish someone for overspending to make them give you more money?
Yes.
But how's that then benefit anyone?
At least a fine.
No.
The problem is the fine is too. The problem is the fine is too low, so it actually carries no weight. That's
this
the problem. This
is what I was going to say. If you're really serious about FFP, take points away from them. If they know know it's going to be harder to win the title, harder to get in the Champions League, they'll make sure their books are in order. But if they just sit there and think, if we spend a bit more than we did, then if we spend a bit more than we're supposed to, and all that's going to happen is UEFA make us pay for their night out in December, then fuck it. We'll just give UEFA a great night out. What's next for $300,000 on top of the millions we spend? It's not a punishment. Not a punishment. It's bollocks.
Yeah.
You got to laugh when Manchester City
Yeah.
have all those hundreds of breaches and don't get a single slap on the wrist, and you got Manchester United. First thing that happens, they get a fine.
I mean, it makes you like. That's why for me, the whole 200 and whatever number of 115 charges for Manchester City is, as I said, no different than a white Bronco driving down the street with 100 cops behind it. It's a joke. Let's just stop. We're wasting our time. Let's move on. Nothing's gonna happen. The glove won't fit. So guess what? You know, it's just a waste. It's a waste of time. They're not going to do anything. We know
I
it.
can tell you why
Everybody
they've
knows
not
it.
been punished. Tell you why they've not. The real reason.
Because an Arsenal, you know why? Because an Arsenal fan is running the investigation. There it is. There, boop, that's it. It's over. That's what makes somebody
running the investigation.
No, but that's what the city lawyers have brought up as a reason why this is a joke, and it shouldn't
of course
happen.
They're going to bring that up. They wouldn't be doing their job if they didn't bring that up. Put it this way, if I was Sheikh Mansour, can't believe I know his name. If I was him, and I found out that the investigation was being run by an Arsenal fan while we're head to head with them for the title, and my lawyers did not bring that up, they won't be my lawyers for very long, as petty as that is. You'd be furious. So of course they've got to bring that up. But my thing with the FFP is, for a start, it's not actually designed to really regulate the top clubs. It's designed to stop what happened to Leeds United, where we lost all money and then we fell through the football pyramid. That's what it's designed to prevent. Also, because one of the punishments is supposedly you will be barred from European competition, with the money that gets pumped in through TV like even just BT Sports as an example, the money they paid for the Champions League, do they then really want to then turn around to BT Sport and go, thank you for the 5 billion over 3 years or whatever it is, but Man City are not allowed to play in your competition that you're televising? Of course they don't want to do that. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that's probably a factor.
Of course, it's a factor.
It's wrong.
Everybody knows
it. It's wrong. It's wrong.
That's why it's a joke. That's why it's a joke. That's why it's a waste. As Stefan said, it's a waste of time. All of this stuff. Those people have jobs and they're not doing anything. They have jobs, they're not doing anything. Right? If you're gonna identify 115 times that you think a team did something wrong, and you can't get one of them to stick, what's the point of that job? What's the point of that group, that business, that part of English football? It's a waste of money. You're not doing anything, right? You've talked about this multiple times. What's the use of having a goalkeeper at Leeds, right? Have you seen a goalkeeper at Leeds? Remember that, Mr. Tom? Remember that quote from you? Is he doing his job?
I know we fielded one. I wouldn't say we had one.
Yeah, but you had a coach in charge of him.
Yeah, we had a goalkeeping coach until last week. We sacked him, and it was like sorry, I can't remember if I said this. The first thing Daniel Farke did when he walked through the door, or not literally, but that makes for a good sentence, was he sacked the goalkeeping coach, because you could see 150 goals in 2 seasons. What you coach, or hope you're not using his coach. You hope that Melier was your coaching. If it was your coaching, how get another job? He will get another job. It's just
you need to add some more coins to the meter, or
you need to get Mo Master going again.
Yeah, I think he fell asleep. I think he ran out of wine or whatever he drinks. Get him back on. Get him back to speed.
Well, internet will be better in November.
Yeah.
Fiber optics, isn't it?
Yeah. How are Brighton or Fulham ever expected to buy top players?
Well, they wouldn't buy top players. This is the thing.
They're not
going to buy top players.
Yeah. And to tell you the truth, you don't need to.
Brighton are in
I
debt.
know it's not. I know it's a once in a lifetime thing that Leicester did win it, and that might give people hope. It is a chance, right? And so,
But Brighton have since shown, how well you can do without buying top players. I mean, Brighton have done an incredible job the last few seasons.
true. And you know what? The fact that they finished in the top 6,
Yeah,
it means when you have that top talent on your squad, you need to take advantage of it, and hopefully that gets you into Europe, so that gives you more exposure, money, and all of that kind of stuff. Leicester City did it, won a trophy because of it. The chances come around, but when they do, don't waste a trip. Essentially, basically, because you're going to sell your players soon after that. That's basically what's happened, right? Leicester won.
Brighton are in the half.
All their players are gone. Brighton is up there. All their players might be gone as well.
No. Brighton might give the impression they're doing this Moneyball thing, but they're in for like 500 million debt. They can't go on doing what they're doing. Their chairman is writing off the debts essentially because he supports Brighton. He's actually one of the few chairmen in the league that actually supports the team they own. But they can't keep doing what they're doing. They need to get serious. They basically need to get in the Champions League to keep being able to spend what they're spending. Because eventually he's going to run out of money at the rate he's spending it. How long could you pump 500 million into a football club just because you love them?
But he's not doing that every year, right? It's an accumulation, right? So what is it, 50 mil he's pumping in?
Yeah. Well, however long it is, but the point is he's still sitting there, and what for another 10 years he's just going to go 50 million a year, 50 million a year. It's more than that, but it's just the bottom's going to fall out of them sooner rather than later.
Yeah, that's probably why they want the 100 mil for I mean, that's why they were kind of silly to put a buyout clause on McAllister, and now they want 100 mil for Casado, right?
It's interesting though, but yeah, you're right here, Gary. Sorry, but because they've become known for buying cheap and selling high. So imagine how much worse it'd have been if they'd not sold Ben White and the lad to Chelsea, Cucurella, I think that's the name.
Yep.
Oh my God, amazing. I hope it goes well for him.
True. That is very true. There, not sure if we bring this up or not, but I did see that Mendy fella has been acquitted or whatever, so he did absolutely nothing wrong and can go back to football. So some people said.
I believe that applies still to cup games. You get your portion of the gate in the cup games, I believe.
Was it this thing, this quote here, or this one?
Yeah, I believe. I because obviously a lot of smaller clubs have the option to go to the Premier League team's ground, and they would take it because they'd get a portion of the gate, which would be more than if they kept the home advantage.
That's in cup games.
A lot of teams still don't. Yeah, a lot of top teams won't. Sorry, a lot of smaller clubs still won't do that because they want the novelty of having the footage of the big club at their ground.
It's also just like they follow the draw.
Yeah.
If if a small club is drawn away at a large club, the benefit is they get some of the money. But if they're at home, they don't really get much of the money, but they'll get the exposure, won't they? So
is that the best way to do it though? Because like you said,
ideally for money, they would want an away game. They'd want to go to Old Trafford or the Emirates or Anfield and get some of the money from the gate receipts. Because like Tom said, it's a lot more than a full home game where their own ground is. But no, this is the way football's going, isn't it? You know, it's the only way you can compete now. Is you got to find talent. You got to be really smart with talent. You got to nurture the talent, and you got to sell the talent. I mean, it's the model Ajax have used for 100 years. Ajax have still managed to win the Champions League. They've still managed to be the predominant force pretty much in Dutch football. But all they do is produce talent. Bring through talent and sell that.
So before we get into what my chronicle said, Beat Scandals mentioned Blackburn and Leicester, and I think I get what he's trying to say, but Blackburn weren't winning the Premier League in '95 wasn't a shock. They'd spent the most money in the years leading up to that.
They bought Shearer to do it.
Yeah. Buying Alan Shearer in 1992 was for $3 million or whatever it was the equivalent of spending 50 million to now. It was like, but it weren't just that, they bought a new squad like Tim Sherwood, etc. They were good players at the time. And what was more shocking than Blackburn winning the league was the fact they got relegated 4 years after winning the league.
Yeah, because they got into problems again with the.
Well, yeah, because he stopped. They won it, and he stopped. Because again, this was the era where your club, the guy who owned your club, was probably just someone who owned a business in the city.
Yeah.
And Jack Walker stopped the motivation, stopped funding the team to that extent because he'd won it. And then that led to selling those players, not replacing them with the quality that they had.
Yeah.
And 4 years later, they were gone.
They've
been up and down since. Mainly down, but yeah. So I just thought it was important to stress that Blackburn and Leicester winning the title was actually not the same.
No, it's true. There are big differences there, really, but I think he sort of shows that there was it was possible for other teams to win anyway.
True.
But Blackburn was pretty much by spending money.
Yeah, so looking back at a list of Premier League winners and seeing those two names are massive outliers. But
you know what, and what you also bring up a point is that you don't want parity in English football, because if European football is considered bigger, and the draw is the big names are the only thing that's going to really draw people to where the big money's coming from in the European cups, then you'll never have people want all these things to make it even playing ground for everyone. The money says no. The money says no. No. We want United. We want City. We want Chelsea. We want Arsenal. All the big names to be playing in the big, the big games. So as some people said, Super League, here we come. Yeah. And then you can't compare it to the U.S. model, because in the U.S. model, everybody has a chance. Like
I think
sorry, go ahead.
No, we're gonna need. I think after this next, they're going to allow one more TV license deal. This is the Premier League. I don't know when this current one is up. I think it's in 1 or 2 years. I can't remember, but they're going to allow one more Premier League deal, and then that's it. It's going to be the end of normal. The deal is going to change completely. They're going to create their own platform, their own viewing platform online, where you're going to see all games. They're going to be available. All the games are going to be available every match day, and you can see them anywhere on any device. And you're going to pay for the amount of what you want to see. So if you just want to see your club, your games, you'll pay a certain amount. If you want to see every Premier League game, you'll pay the highest amount. And that's the way it's going to be, set subscriptions. And that's going to free up the rights to the entire world, to show that across the entire world. You're not going to have any middlemen, TV networks, Sky, BT,
I think that will turn out.
Amazon. It's exactly the same as what the Americans have been doing for a while now, where each of the American sports have their own platform, like MLB.com, NBA.com, NFL.com, MLS.com, etc. We're going to have PremierLeague.com is coming, and that's going to free up with the sponsorship money that comes through that, as well as everything else, because it'll be a huge online. It'll all be online, but they'll still have all the, the punditry and all the amazing, whatever you want, glamour around it, through showing a game. But there'll be so much more money involved in that, because they'll be cutting out the entire middleman. They don't need someone to broadcast it. They are going to be presenting it themselves online directly. So the money they're going to increase is going to be huge. So Premier League is going to make a hell of a lot more money then, and that's where they can start doing things maybe a bit more creatively with the money and how it's spread throughout the pyramid. But
it won't benefit me and you, Sam. It won't benefit us. I can tell.
No, we're going to have to pay a lot. We're going to pay a lot to see the games.
No, worse than that. What I think will happen, everything Sam said is what will happen. Except what I think will happen is they will still retain their deal with Sky. It will still be in England. It will be Sky. Everywhere else on earth, like it currently is, like with the different TV providers, you will get Premier League of Netflix, Premier League, whatever way you want to slice it, and it'll be, if you want to watch Premier League football in America, download the app, pay $10 a month, whatever it is.
No,
but in England, it'll be your £30 subscription to Sky.
Why? Because they don't
still want a presence on television.
They don't need anyone
still
to
want a presence.
Television's finished, Tom. Television is finished.
Everybody's going into streaming, so it's not that business is not taking over.
You don't need Sky to stream anything for you or anyone else to stream. They'll just do it themselves. It's finished. Before, you needed someone to broadcast your content. So you needed Sky, you needed BT, you needed this, you needed that. Now you don't. You just put it online and it's there.
Yeah, you get all of the commercial revenue from it now.
Exactly.
Plus the monthly services all go to the Premier League. So they want all the money, right? You're looking at you're saying they're going to work with Sky. Sky is making tons of money off of the Premier League football match.
I want to be wrong. I want to be able to get every Premier League match for £10 a month.
You won't be paying that.
£10 a month sounds like a dream for sure.
They'll probably set the prices quite high to exploit it. But the whole point is, my point was twofold. One, there will be no more Sky, BT, all that, because the whole so-called television platform is gone, finished. They're going to have one. They're going to give out one more license, and that's it. And two, the amount of money that will generate increased profits to the Premier League will give them a lot more money than what they're making now. And I'm just saying, if they had some kind of, empathetic, fair reasoning mind, which we know they don't, that'd be a way of maybe redistributing throughout the league how the money is used. But, it's probably not going to end up like that. But I'm just saying, that's just those 2 points. The Premier League is going to change drastically in terms of the money that's coming in. So they're not really going to need a Super League per se. But this is what becomes interesting. If you combine then that
it is a Super
with
League.
a similar type of platform for European football, where you'll have a collaboration of all the top teams and say, right, this is now our European platform. And you combine that with the Premier League or the different leagues. That is, I think, where we're going to see it go. I think that's going to be what the so-called Super League is going to be, is an online platform with all the, like an online European league. I mean, you know what I mean? It's a European league that's going to be their own entity with their own content, and it's going to be online. So it's going to be, for example, superleague.com or whatever,
It's all Barcelona and Real Madrid's fault. I'll say it. I've said it before. Say it again. They
You can't.
trying
You,
to
you know what?
make
I don't think. I
themselves
don't
the
think you can
king.
say it's just one thing. You know what? It starts with the money. It starts with the money, and the money wasn't all. It just.
They
It's not just.
spent. Look,
No. What
they
I
had
mean
the
is
arms
the
race
money
to
going
be the world
into the
transfer
league.
record.
I'm talking about the money that's in the league. That's why everything is the way it is as well. There's a lot more money. Once you start pushing your product out to the rest of the world, you bring in more money, and then everything gets tainted just a little bit. The whole community aspect of the sport goes away, right? I mean, I hear it all the time about, my local team and all this stuff. That kind of goes away when money starts to get involved, and it kind of kills that kind of that community feel that you have with your teams and whatnot. So it's you can pick a team all you want, but at the end of the day, it's all about the money. Everybody wants a bigger piece of the pie, right?
They can
That's
just
what's
go
going on.
together. They can say, right, we're going to create this tournament, and okay, this is a tournament. We have all their regulations, their laws, etc. Blah blah blah. And then they're like, okay, how are we gonna show this? Yep, we'll have our own platform, our own online.com platform. We're gonna control everything that goes out. We don't need any Sky, BT, Amazon, blah blah blah. It's just our own, and that's it. And people have to pay the same way. You'll pay for the content, the same way as you do with the Premier League, blah blah blah. And that's what we'll end up with. That'll be I think like the Super League way, because that way they can break away from UEFA and all of that and all the deals and all of that, because they can just create their own. That's where all the money the money that will generate all of that is huge, and it's all going that way anyway. I mean, TV is finished. TV is finished. Everything is streamed now. There is nothing on TV. Even what's on TV is streamed. So it's just a matter of just removing that. And it's like, why do we need Sky? You don't need Sky. You can just do your own thing. Look at American sports. You want to see. Yes, right now for us in England, right now if you're in England, because this is the old rights that are already there, they will eventually disappear. But right now you have to go through Sky to watch the NFL or golf or whatever. But in America, whatever, you just sign up to .com subscription. You just sign up to a subscription.
Yeah, I mean they have it. You like that Golazzo. You know how you like the Golazzo view that you get when for the European leagues, where they just basically go from game to game to game, right? They have the NFL package just like that. So on a Sunday when there's like 4 or 5 games going on every segment, you just sit there and just watch that. And every time there's something good about to happen, a team's going into the end, going in for a score or whatever, you get to see it, and it's like people spend extra money for that. Yeah. And they do the same thing with Golazzo. You see it on the Golazzo for the European games. Same thing. The games go back and forth. When a goal is scored, it comes up immediately, and you can't get that on a regular TV.
It's like NFL Red Zone, right?
The Red Zone. That's what it is.
Red Zone.
Yeah. So the Golazzo thing it's the same thing as the Red Zone. It goes from game to game to game, and then bang.
Of every game. That's another aspect of it for those who are not watching specific games. You just get the best bits of every game. No, that's the way it's going.
Sports. American sports. Did you mention American sports?
I did. Yeah.
That came up. Yeah, I know an American sport, basketball, and I know a player that plays it. Russell Westbrook. Yeah, the 2017 MVP.
You know what I heard?
2017 MVP.
Yeah, you know what I heard though? You know what I heard? I bet you didn't hear this. He is also a part owner of Leeds. You bet you didn't know that. I bet you didn't know that.
I didn't know that he was also a 9-time NBA All-Star. I didn't know that.
True. And the man finished the season doing a triple-double. That is one of the toughest things to do in basketball.
Yeah.
10 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists average.
I think someone scammed him, to be honest.
You what?
I think someone scammed him. I think he thought he's buying a part of Manchester City, but really it's Leeds.
They put like question mark United, And he's like, I'll just fill in the blank.
He's like, oh, I know United. He's like, I know United. I watched them win the Champions League final in 1999. And they were like, yeah, that's totally it. Give us 100 grand. I mean, I'm also a big fan of Jordan Spieth, obviously, in the golf. He's a great golf player. Golf, the best golfer.
Is he the best? Is he the best? Is he the best?
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, all of this, all the stuff that we're talking about, I think YouTube has added more fuel to the streaming fire per se. Everybody wants Westbrook wants a ring, so he went to Leeds.
And take for example NHL, right? NHL, I can go and get my own Game Pass, watch every single NHL game live on any device. On any device, I could do. I haven't signed up for it, but I could.
Right.
And you can watch every single NHL game on any device. It's fantastic, and you can replay any game. So if you missed a game, just replay it straight away afterwards. It's amazing. It opens up so many doors to access all these games, and I think that's the way it's going. That's the way it's going. You're going to have every Premier League game is going to be accessible online through any device, and you just watch it. How you want, and then when the game's finished, it'll be accessible straight away to just rewatch it.
Yeah, and also with that whole thing as well with the streaming, one of the things that I know you can do with certain other services, for example, like in Netflix, you can create a party and have all your buddies and you watching the
that's
game
great.
at the same time. So like the same way we're doing this stream, we could all be sitting there watching the game ourselves, chilling out. Like instead of like watching it, looking off to the screen and doing it, we're all looking at the same screen. We're all chatting about it as it's happening, and it's somewhat synced. So you're not like 20 seconds behind everyone or a minute behind everyone because you're all looking at the same. It's all about your.
That is brilliant. That is the way of doing it.
So I kind of feel like that can happen. Well, we're all over the place, right? We're all over the world. You go for a trip, it'd be the coolest thing. I mean, I've met you guys through YouTube. This internet thing's working. It's working for everything now. So
the internet's doing well, isn't it? The internet as a business is doing well. It's making money.
True.
It just makes it so easy to access everything, and that's it takes away the whole middleman. Before you had content, you needed someone to distribute the content. You needed someone to show people. That's what Sky was. That's what BT was. They were distribution. You don't need distribution now.
True. And the one thing I don't know who knows what's behind the scenes, but I can only imagine that there's probably a company out there that is doing all the streaming and making tons of money off of it. It's like, for those who know Amazon, right? Amazon made a business of having a storefront on the internet, but they make tons more money on the infrastructure. Tons more money on the infrastructure because everybody needs that same infrastructure. No matter who you are, you go to the internet.
Yeah.
You have Amazon sitting behind you. That's money in their bank. They don't have to sell anything. They just have to serve.
Amazon Web Services.
Yeah.
Everything's on cloud. You got Microsoft have their Azure platform, their cloud platform. Google have gallantly called theirs just Google Cloud.
True.
And then you have Amazon as Amazon Web Services. True. All of those are, the online platforms, the cloud services that runs all these applications seamlessly online, saved, backed up, all of this. And it's like you say, there's that infrastructure online that's the way forward now.
Yeah. It's 100 mil over 2 years. It's basically in a 3-year period. So they'll get whatever it is, 33 in this year, 33 next year, and 33 the year after, essentially. But internet has superseded TV for sure. Nobody, who watches regular TV anymore? You don't, right? So either
do you guys remember? Just to make a quick point out of this, do you guys remember? Was it this last season or the season before that? They did this. Was it? I can't remember who it was. Whether it's Amazon but they run this they put a few games on YouTube.
Yep.
There's actually a few games on YouTube.
Yeah, NFL did that on. I think is it NFL? No,
I think this was the Premier League. They put a couple of games on YouTube. I can't remember whether maybe it was through I can't remember, but who it was through, but they was like, yeah, let's put this on YouTube as well. And it was just so great. It's like really good, clear, quick quality, really good quality image, quick, none of that stuttering you get with all the other crap.
True.
It's really good.
Well, like Dazn will show the women's your Champions League, right? And so it's like you look how many people are watching that, and the draws is just as similar for the men. So yeah, if they ever did something like that on YouTube, it'd be ridiculous. It'd be ridiculous. Craig has joined us. Arsenal Forever, welcome to the show. Yeah, Rice is a good signing, but we still need a striker. We'll go to some Arsenal for a little bit. Do we need a striker, or do we just need a better Eddie Nketiah?
Oh, we've shown last season that what we have is more than good enough, and now we've added to that with the likes of Kai Havertz. So, and then you'll have players who should be getting better, like Trossard, Erdegaard, Reece Nelson. Yeah. These guys should be getting better and improving. So we've shown that we don't need a striker per se, because we don't really have a strategy or a tactic that uses a goal scoring striker in the same way that City does or other teams do. But would I like one? Of course I would. It's always great to have a goal scoring striker, but I don't think we need one right now. The only way we would need one is if Jesus or Nketiah had a long-term injury or got sold. I think Balogun might be getting sold. Then we'd have to. I don't know, but I don't know if we have to replace him, because this Enquiry or whatever his name is, this 16-year-old that we've got coming through looks really, really good.
Yeah, but he doesn't answer the scoring forward thing.
So it's like
the midfield,
for me, this Enquiry would easily replace Balogun in terms of what we already have, because Balogun again is.
You're saying the Ethan kid?
What was Balogun done? He showed in the. Yeah. He had an open goal against fucking Nuremberg, and he couldn't score.
Yeah, like I said, I liked what he did. Like if for example everybody has this view on him, if you didn't have that view on him in terms of him being arrogant and all of this stuff, which a lot of fans have, he had a really good outing. Did he not finish his dinner? Yes, he didn't finish. But is that better than what you've seen from
Balogun? Needs to score goals. That's his job, is to score goals.
Yeah.
Right? He's a striker.
Yeah.
And he doesn't do that. Not for us.
If Eddie missed that.
Well, he hasn't had a chance. You saw him play like 30
well. I'm talking about
30 minutes.
Let me finish my point, okay? Let me land here. We're talking about like for like. So if Balogun goes, he's currently our third level striker. So if he goes, then you're looking at a third level replacement. For me, we don't need one, because in my opinion, this Nwari, this young 16-year-old or 17-year-old he is now, looks really, really good. He has a lot of potential. As a third level who can come in now and again, play a few cup games, I wouldn't mind having him instead of Balogun. Then you look at second level, Nketiah, for me, he's not good enough. I would like to sell Nketiah and bring in someone better. I would definitely do that. If we sell Nketiah, then we'd have to bring in someone. I agree. But if we're selling in Balogun, I would rather give Enquiry or whatever his name is that chance.
You're talking about two different positions, Sam. That's why I'm saying you keep bringing up Ethan and Nwari. He plays midfield. He's really good at it. He actually looked better than Vieira with what he can do in the midfield. He looked really good. But it's not the same position.
I thought we could play forward as well. Maybe I'm wrong there. I thought we could play forward.
I haven't heard of him playing as a forward. I heard of him definitely coming in to help the midfield.
Yeah, I know, but I thought we could play. But maybe I'm wrong there. I thought we could play forward. He just looks really good.
You know what? He looks like he could for sure. He looks like he could, but from what I've heard, he's a midfielder coming in for us.
Well, for me, Balogun just doesn't do it. He just doesn't do it. If we're selling Balogun, I don't mind selling Balogun. Yeah. Then maybe you'll have to look at who at third level is gonna replace him, or maybe you buy someone else, or you go out and spend that money that you're thinking of spending on a Caicedo or someone like that. You go and actually spend that money on a proper striker.
True. As I've said multiple times, we scored 88 goals. You take away the 4 goals that Nketiah scored, so you say you got 84 goals. Everybody, the top 5 scorers for Arsenal, we expect them to all do better. The only problem I have with it is they might score the same number of goals in the Premier League because they won't play as many games. That's what should happen. So we'll still have 5 players with double-digit goals, probably close to what we just did. They just won't play as many games because they will have to play the Champions League, right? So they're not going to be playing in like 34, 35 games in the in the Premier League. So their opportunities to score would be less. Or if we're a better squad, when they do play, they're going to score anyways because we're that good, right? Because they're going to either be rested or what. You know what I mean? Like if you can tell me that you go to your backup and your backup is Trossard, Nelson. I don't know if Vieira's going to come through. Whoever it is, like even Havertz might play in that second squad once in a while. They're going to be playing against teams that are hopefully, they're probably lower in the table, and our chances to still get something out of it should still be good. You know what I mean? So
that's what I'm saying, Gary. I don't see the amount of goals we've scored dropping.
Yeah.
I don't. So I don't think we actually absolutely need a striker unless we sell someone.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
and you know what?
But
Here's
I'd
the other thing.
Tell me this. I'd rather spend
that
90 million on a striker than an extra midfielder.
Tell me this also. Only 2 or 3 teams in the Premier League every year have a 20 plus goal striker. So that can't be the parameter to bring one in. Only 3 do it. Only 3 players, much less strikers. Only 3 players score over 20 goals. So in the Premier League, and that seems to always be that's what we need. It's like nobody does that. Nobody does that. Maybe 25 in all competitions, but in the Premier League, if you have a goal scorer around the 15 goal range, you're set.
For me, it's about if Jesus gets injured, it'd be nice to have someone who can come on and do the same or do a better job.
True.
Maybe someone who can give Jesus a real battle for that first team spot.
Yeah.
Because Nketiah is not doing it. Nketiah is nowhere near Jesus' level. I don't think Balogun is either. Not right now.
Yeah.
So, for me, we could definitely do with an upgrade, at the striker position. But
I wish, like I said, I wish the message to Balogun was different than what it was. What it is right now. Like he should have been fine to go back out on loan. Because of he's not going to get the playing time he needs to develop anyways. All right. Are you snoring? You sleeping on us? What is going on? You look like you were yawning. Was I boring you? You're sleeping too? Everybody's sleeping?
Me, I'm fine. I was just coughing.
Oh, I thought you were sneezing. It looked like you went in slow.
Yeah, I was sneezing and coughing.
No, like I said, I think the message to him should have been that, you know what? You're going to come back, but I don't want to sit you on the bench, so you should go out alone. When you come back, you'll be ready to go, because he needs to show it more than one season, right?
Well, that's the problem we have with Balogun now is because he wants to play a lot more football than what we're going to give him. So this is the conflict: is he going to go out on loan or is he going to be sold? I don't know. It's difficult to tell.
We can't sell him for cheap. That's the thing I don't want to see either, right? It can't be a cheap, we can't be like, well, we're going to try to get close to 20. That right there is poor transfer business to me. It's got to be like closer to 30 for me to make, to get your money's worth. He is a quality player that you can spend 30 on and not feel bad about it. Spend even 40 on and still not feel bad about it. I think the message and the marketing behind at least the Arsenal players is always poor, right? And that's why the transfer business always doesn't meet what I think sometimes is the value of a player. So kind of get screwed in that respect when we try to sell. It is 90 minutes here. We've done, I hope you've enjoyed the show. We're going to kind of start our exit out of here. And with that, we're going to have Mr. Tom. I know he's been willing to talk to everyone. Anything you want to say before we head out of here?
Same thing as every week. Thank you to everyone for supporting the show. What's Sam got a big grin on his face? See, he looks so pleased with himself. What's going on?
Because-
I get suspicious. Sorry, go on, Sam.
No, it's just I just like watching you do what you do.
Now he's got a
thank
complex.
You. That's very kind.
Got a little,
That's very kind. It's very kind, but I was naturally suspicious with that sinister grin. So thank you to everyone for supporting the show. He knows it. He knows what I'm talking about. So thank you to everyone for supporting the show, giving us your time on a Saturday evening or certain parts of the world Saturday morning. Or is it Saturday night in Australia? I don't know. It's always evening somewhere.
It's Saturday night there for sure. Or yeah.
Fair enough.
So Sunday morning.
So hope you all have a good week, and don't forget to join me later tonight for another watch along. It's my watch along as well. Like, I'm making the pick, first time in the 6-month history of the show. So
definitely check it out.
yeah, baby.
Check it out, people. All right.
What time's that on?
Slaps galore. It'll be midnight. It'll be midnight in the UK.
What is it you'll be watching?
Well, it's technically 2 shows, but combined, and it's going to be basically I wanted to see Gavin and the Nazi Gunter just slap shit out of each other for 40 minutes, and that's exactly what's going to happen. I've never seen it before, but I know it's what happens. So it was actually filmed down the road in the Queen Elizabeth Park with the BT Sports Studios. It was the UK branch of the WWE, so it was they had one. It's gonna be great fun. I believe we'll be joined by all your favourites, Tony, and the other ones. Russ will be there probably. I think Stan's working.
Yeah, I can't watch that, so I don't know how to watch that, so I don't know.
Yeah, but basically, it'll be a fun time had by all, and I say by all, I'm going to enjoy it, which is the main thing. I am excited. I'm excited because I love when Nazis and Russians slap each other.
Slap and tickle.
There you go, people.
Yeah.
Mr. Tom with his nice exit. And Sam?
Yeah, I just want to say thanks for everyone for taking part as usual. Great to have that interaction with you guys. You guys make the show very much part of what it is. I hope everyone has a great day, great rest of your weekend. Apart from BX, I hate you. No, I don't like you very much. Let's get the boys out to America now. Next week, the games start over there. Some interesting games. We're playing Manchester United. We're playing Barcelona. We're playing the MLS All-Star team. So we're gonna have some good games over there. And let's get the ball rolling on the preseason. It'll be interesting to see. Today has been a monumental day, historic day for Arsenal. We've finally announced and unveiled the most expensive player we've ever bought in the history of our club, Declan Rice. Be very interesting to see what he brings to the club. Hopefully we get everything out of him that we want. Not only is he the club record transfer, he, as Tom points out, he's a British record transfer as well now. So very, very big shoes now to fill when it goes on now the start of the season. But yeah, it's been great as well. We've been on the road, well, mostly on the road. Tom, we let Tom drive now and again just so he gets some practice in. But that McDonald's license he got. That McDonald's license he got. He always goes off road a bit and drives down the dual carriageway the wrong way. That's just the way it is. He can't help himself. Look at him. He's been down McLaren doing aerodynamic testing on his round head, so he definitely knows which direction he should be going. And yeah, that's it. I want everyone to have a great Saturday, and hit the like button before you go if you haven't already hit the like button. And yeah, let's enjoy your rest of your evening, guys. Have a good one.
Cool. And as we've all said, thank you very much for joining us. We'll do this again next week. I actually will be at the Manchester United match. I'm going to go, I think Ray's going to meet up with me. We're going to go take a train in and go watch it. So that'll be kind of cool. I get to see Arsenal before all you guys. So that'll be kind of cool. So that'll be really good. So I'll probably take some videos and I'll post those and whatnot. But should be a good time. So yeah, so we will do this again next week. I think Mr. Tom, I don't know, or Sam, depending on one of you might have to run the show because I'm supposed to meet Ray at the train station at noon. So I might be able to start the show, but I definitely won't be able to finish it.
Well, I'm sure Tom can step in and do those duties. He's very good at it.
Cool.
I'll do the show. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Any opportunity to cut Gary out of the show, just.
Yeah, I know you enjoy that. All right. So before we get a quick intro, but as I like to say, life is a journey. Don't waste the trip. Enjoy the ride.